Hello, my dear students. My name is Neha Juneja and I am going to teach you grammar topic. Before announcing the topic, I would like to give you some examples. The first example is the food is on the table. Here in the sentence, on shows the relation between the nouns table and food. Second example is I am fond of chocolates. In this sentence, of shows the relation between the words fond and chocolates. So, the words on and of are prepositions. So now you are curious that what is the definition of preposition? But I knew that it's really clear from the examples that I have given. So, a preposition is a word placed before a noun, pronoun, or gerund. It denotes the relation of the person or thing with something else. Next step is that I'm going to explain kinds of prepositions. Number one is simple prepositions. Simple prepositions that we are going to use in our day-to-day routine life. For example, at, by, for, in, of, on, out, through, till, to, up, with. Second is compound prepositions. These are usually formed by prefixing a preposition a or be to a noun, adjective, or adverb. For example, these prepositions include about, above, across, along, amidst, among, amongst, around, before, behind, beneath, beside, between, beyond, inside, outside, underneath, within, without, etc. And next we have phrasal or group prepositions. These are formed by joining two or more words. For example, according to, in accordance with, in place of, agreeable to, in addition to, along with, on behalf of, in regard to, because of, instead of, by means of, by reason of, in course of, by way of, in front of, for the sake of, and many more are there. Next, we have participle prepositions. When present participle are used without any noun or pronoun attached to them, these are called participle prepositions. These include passing, considering, during, pending, regarding, respecting, etc. One more tip for all of you, my dear students. While working on formal writing, one must try to see that the sentences don't end with prepositions. Till now, we have done kinds of prepositions. Now we are moving ahead with classes of prepositions. To make a distinction, simple prepositions can be divided into four classes. These are prepositions of time and date, prepositions of place, prepositions of direction, and prepositions of time and movement. Now, prepositions of time and date. First example, we'll start with at. At is used to indicate when something happens. Like we use at with clock times, for example, periods of the year and periods of the day, festivals, etc. So, but we don't use at with morning, evening, afternoon. Here are some examples. The train left at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock. It denotes time. Then he came here at the weekend. Next is, I called on my friends at night. We rested at noon, at dusk, at dawn. We can use any. So, common usage of at. At also shows stationary position. For example, she's at home. And also we can use at noon or at the age of 90. Now we are going to study in as a preposition of time and date. In. In is used to indicate the period of time in which something happens. We use in with centuries, years, seasons, months, periods of the day like morning, evening, afternoon. Here are some examples. My grandmother was born in 1934. They visited this place in summer. He called on me in the evening. It all happened in 3 minutes, 3 days, or 3 years. English literature flourished in the 16th century. My father visited USA in October. So there are so many examples. Now I will show you the common usage of in. Later on we are going to use in as also as a preposition of time and movement. But here I want to describe this also. For example, the train is in movement. Here is another tip for all of you. At and in. What is the difference here? At is also used for a small place and for a precise point of time. For example, he lives at Surajkund in Haryana. And to describe point of time and tell you the difference between period of time, I will discuss here by using at and in. The train will arrive at 6 in the morning. So in the above sentence, we can see that in is used for a big place, town or city and for a period of time. Next we have on. On is used with days, dates, birthdays, anniversaries. For example, we went to see a movie on Tuesday. He was born on October 3, 1980. We congratulated him on his birthday. We gave them a gift on their marriage anniversary. Next we have a tip for all of you. We use on with morning, afternoon, evening when they are modified. Modified in which sense? It will be clear with the examples. They reached here on a hot afternoon. People did not come out of their houses on a night like this. We went for fishing on a pleasant morning. Here I have not used on a morning. I have used, after modifying it, on a pleasant morning. Next we have during. During the war, many people were killed. During may be used instead of in, with periods of the day, months, seasons, years, decades, and centuries to express the idea that something continues throughout the whole of a specific period. It will be clear more with examples like during the journey, I came to understand him. Or I can say she used to ring up many times during the week. During the 90s, many taxes were imposed. We try to contact people during October. During has two meanings, throughout the duration and in course of. Next we have with us by. By as a preposition of time. By is used to indicate the latest time at which an action will be finished. I'm repeating. The latest time at which an action will be finished. He will finish this work by 5 o'clock or by 6 o'clock. By that time, the moon was up. You must come to me by 8 a.m. Next we have by. By can be used instead of during with almost the same means. In many sentences we can use it. For example, we took rest by day and traveled by night. Next we have for. For is used with periods of time to indicate how long an action lasts. It is generally used with the perfect tense, but is also used with other tenses. For example, they have lived here for 6 years. I went there for the summer. They have been working for 2 weeks. Next we have since. Since is used with a point of time in the past from which some action began and it continues till the time. I'm repeating. It denotes a point of time in the past from which some action began and it continues till the time of speaking. It is generally used with the perfect tense. For example, he has lived here since 1980. It has not rained since the end of June. Since is used to denote a point in time and never for a period of time. It has been raining since 6 o'clock. Sometimes since can also be used as an adverb. For example, he left school in 1983. I haven't seen him since. Next we have from. From is also used. It indicates like the starting point of an action in the past or future. It is mostly used with to or till. For example, most people work from 8 to 6. We worked from morning till evening. From can also be used to denote place. For example, he is from Mumbai.